And we're recording. Hey guys, so we're here with Carolina today from Jaeger Lecoultre.
Jaeger Lecoultre.
Jaeger Lecoultre. My pronunciation, yeah, I get this wrong so many times. Jaeger Lecoultre, and
You should have
apologies.
known this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Carolina was basically we were part of an event organized by Carolina and her team for, I was it 10 11 days in the end.
10 days. 10 days.
Yeah, 10 plus setup, so that's what I was thinking about. Okay, cool. So and yeah, I guess I brought you on here just to ask how did we do? How was it? What was the what were we like in your opinion and your team's opinion?
So you mean my opinion in theory of your team, no? Like
Yeah,
what's your
exactly.
So I would say we were all quite impressed and positively impressed by the partnership that we made with you because it has been very well executed. It was like 10 intense full days, and I would say that what we really appreciated that was that we could rely on each one of you each day, and even when there were problems coming up, because as working in events there are always problems every day, last minute showing up, and
Yeah.
every time there was something wrong, we could rely on each one of you, and this I think was a really added value to us because we needed someone we can rely on. And
Yeah.
in terms also of energy, the team was very great. They were all like in a good energy and good mood, very smiling every day, and I think this is something very important that the guests appreciated a lot.
Yeah.
And one final good point was that the flow was very high because we were in the middle of Covent Garden.
Yeah.
So since the coffee was given for free, there was a huge flow of people, and I think the team really managed well, and never made people waiting. They always welcomed them in the right way, and so everyone at the end was very nicely, positively impressed by your team. And thank you very much for your work and the support you gave us throughout all
Oh,
the process from the start to the end.
oh, well, look, thank you for obviously, I guess, picking us actually to begin with. And it kind of brings me to my second question. I know that obviously when we first started speaking, we were a potential recommendation from a mutual friend that we have. But obviously, you didn't know us, and there's other companies because it's the first time doing an event here in central London with you leading it. So what are you looking for, and what I guess made potentially us stand out? If you look back upon it at the period when you were researching companies and talking to a few teams, what was it that, in your opinion, made the difference in terms of us deciding to work with us?
So I would say, in terms of a big company, for us it's really important is to choose like the right suppliers with the right people. And I think what definitely made you stood out was the reliability that you gave to us immediately. So since I didn't know your brand before and I didn't taste your coffee, it was more about the people. And I think the meeting we had, so I could sense that I could rely on you. And I think this was definitely what led us to choose and opt for you. And indeed,
Yeah.
we made the right choice in the end.
Okay, perfect. Were there any particular moments? Obviously, we're working in a container, let's call it. It's Covent Garden. There's lots of people that are coming in and out. You've
Mhm.
obviously, as you said, got your own corporate leadership team that are coming as well to see what did I pay for? How did it work? So there's a lot of different pressures. Were there any particular moments where you thought, okay, great, I'm glad that the Pearl Lemon catering team were able to manage this because this was quite a stressful moment where quite easily something could have gone wrong. Was there any like moment that comes to mind where you could talk us through something that happened?
Yeah, I'm thinking first of all about the fact that the water tank needed to be changed often because the space was quite small,
Yeah,
and there was never a moment in which like there were people waiting. So I think it was well managed every time to switch.
yeah,
Like there was, and also another thing I think I remember was about the milk deliveries.
Yeah.
So I remember one morning we missed it, and so we were missing some meals. So you managed well to find a solution, and maybe now I'm reminding while I'm talking, the one that stood out was the stencil for the cafe. So this was a quite tough one, I understand, and it was not an easy task from us. So I think you managed really well to find a solution even last minute and to present the stencil in a very accurate and proper way, and the logo was not really easy to do. So I
Yeah.
think this was definitely something that stood out from you as a team and that as a team building, because I think you found so many options last minute. You coordinated with your supplier. I think was you had a supplier for that. So
Yeah, I remember that actually because of course we had the initial stencil that you sent across to us with the quite a complex picture, and whilst we initially had a few attempts where we got it working, for some reason we couldn't get it working, and it came up to the day and we were still having challenges with it. So I remember on the day we ended up having to talk to one of our suppliers in North London. He had to do it same day. We ended up getting a courier on a bike, motorbike, over to him, and
yeah,
Addison Lee there and back, and then still trying to get it ready on the day. Whilst obviously you had some of the PR team, I think, were coming, and it was a big rush. But I'm glad that we managed to figure it out because
indeed, indeed. No,
yeah,
indeed, I we were a bit worried for it, but at the end, I would say you really reassured us and you found solutions. So thank you for that.
that's okay. And how was it? Just another question. When there were moments in terms of the PR team and photography and where any of our team were involved, was that something that you were happy with in terms of our team and just managing the fact that you've got other people that are in, and because you'd had different guests outside of the general public, you continuously have, like, let's call them VIPs or management or leadership coming in. How was that experience for you in terms of Pearl Lemon reflecting maybe your brand feeling, and just either being there and being helpful or staying out of the way and letting the other people do their work?
No, no, I think, as being an event that was aimed to sponsor our brand image, it was very important for us to have also people that respect our brand image. And I think the Poor Lemon team really embedded this spirit on them. So they were like really welcoming, nicely presented. I remember, like, honestly, they were 5 star in all the execution for the when the VIP came, like how they served the coffee, the way they presented. So I think this was very important, and they really reflected the brand DNA.
Okay,
So I think it's
amazing,
very important that.
amazing. Thank
Because
you.
sometimes, you see brand with people that mismatch and that don't know what they're doing, and I think this really also ruined the brand equity. So I think it's really important to have people you can rely on in the way they behave.
Yeah, understood, understood. And how did, I know obviously you've got your colleague Jean Paul, and you've probably got other people that were there also. What was their feeling about the team? Because obviously, to a degree, there's a little bit of pressure on you because you're the person who ultimately said, "Let's use these guys and let's not use
Yeah,
anyone else." So we had to
indeed.
perform to make you look good as well.
No, indeed, I'm talking for everyone, because honestly, all the team feedback was from all of us was positive. So I'm talking
Ah,
I mean, I would have loved to have them here as well, but they're all busy. So I'm talking for all of them. But the feedback was very positive, also from the people that came from our HQ. People that were external and not involved in it. All the feedbacks were very positive on the cafe. So I think that overall was very appreciated from everyone. And if I have to tell you something that popped up like negative, honestly doesn't come to my mind now, because they were
okay.
only happy about it. So
Okay, amazing. Well, yeah, of course, as part of this, I always love to get feedback, and it's good that you have to really search your mind to think about, okay, naturally there's always something that any team can improve upon, but I guess I all I want to do then is wrap up by just saying thank you for obviously choosing us. I know that it was a big event and an important decision, and I we like to take every event that we're involved in seriously. As seriously as I chase you just to do something like this, because every element of the event, even the follow up, matters. And
no,
I on behalf of our team, I just want to say thank you also, because it meant a lot for us being able to be part of an event like this. It's not all the time. Our primary work is in the coffee shops that we're involved in. So having opportunities like this are amazing. So I guess I'll finish by saying thank you as well. And I just appreciate your time today. And whoever's watching, I hope that this is enough of a reflection of evidence that, oh, okay, cool. She seems happy. So I can trust these guys.
Exactly. No, thank you. I think it's very important to give feedback, and thank you very much again for the great energy and great support. And we look forward to collaborate with you again in the future, maybe for other big activation. We'll
Yeah.
see what the future deserves for us. And
Okay.
thank
That,
you,
that
thank you to you guys.
amazing.